Hi everybody, I just wanted to jump on today and talk to you about the new pattern of the month for Beyond the Pink Door. So this is the April pattern of the month. There will be a code which I'll pop on the screen as we run through the video, and I am a So Inspired ambassador, so I do receive the pattern for free. The fabric was one that I had in my stash, which is a Beyond the Pink Door fabric. It was in one of the subscription boxes a little while ago. So Tamlin and Andrea decide each month which pattern it's going to be, and as an ambassador I get a chance to choose if I want to make it or I don't. And I was really curious in this. First of all, it's a pattern company that I've not made their pattern before, so I always like to try new companies, see what the instructions are like, the fits like, etc. And also it was one that made me go, is it me? Is it not me? So basically there are two versions. There's a dress and a blouse, and I have made and got ready to wear things that are very similar to the blouse. I don't think the dress would be for me, but the blouse definitely spoke to me. So should I share it with you now? It is the named, I think I'm going to say this right, Sealy dress and blouse. So this is the pattern just here. So the dress obviously is much more bold on the picture. It's quite a loose fitting dress, but let me get into the line drawings inside. Do I have them? No, I'll put them on the screen. So there are details you can see if I hold it up. I'm sure that you've got pleats that you can put into the sleeves. Just above where the gathers join on, there is a pleat that comes down there, or you can do a different option with the sleeves, which are more of an open wider sleeve. And also on this option here, there is a little sort of tie cuff that you can put onto that. So I went with a medium on this, looking at the finished garment measurements. That gave me a full bust of 44 1/4. The small would have been just too small, and I definitely feel that I went with the right size. The waist was 68 inches, so it's a floaty top. Waist and hips are kind of become irrelevant, so you're definitely fitting off your bust on this one. I am a girl that has bigger arms. This fits my arms no problem. It did give me memories of the sagebrush, which I've got one coming up next week to show you actually. However, the sagebrush has a fitted sleeve and this has a slightly dropped sleeve. It sits about here. But the essence of how you make it is quite similar. It does have the little vent at the top of the back, and it's bias bound around the neck and ties. But with the sagebrush, when you do that vent, you fold it over and top stitch it and then attach that placket to the back. With this, you do a placket, which I hadn't done before, so a little bit of a new technique. I just followed the written instructions. It was really easy to do. And overall, I'm very happy with the fit. I did make one adjustment. I'm going to show you it in a second, I promise. So on this part here, I have made something similar that was too full. You might like something that's more full. So what I did was I used the ready to wear thing that's a bit similar to this, and I measured the width front and back of that, and I based it off that. So what I did with the front and back pattern pieces, I folded it over by 2 inches on each one, which then when you place that on the fold took 4 inches out of the front and 4 inches out of the back. So hopefully you'll see on the pictures as I go through, it's still nice and loose. It's nice and loose to wear outside of jeans without feeling like it drowns me in fabric. But equally, if I want to tuck it in and just blouse it out, which is probably how I'd style it, I feel like I've got that just right on it. So don't be frightened to play around with that as well. Sleeve wise, I did put the pleats in, pressed them, and I started to sew them, but I was having a problem with my needle. I had a Microtex in and it was snagging the fabric. I think it was an old Microtex, and eventually once I changed over it was absolutely fine, because I've used this in a different colourway and it was fine. But in the end I decided, because the fabric that I've chosen is such a busy print, the pleats were just getting a bit lost in it anyway, so I just took them out and made it as it is, and I just put elastic in the cuffs in the end. The ties look really pretty, but if I'd be dangling them in gravy and ketchup and stuff like that. I just knew I would. So this was kind of a bit of a twirl for me in it, because I'll tell you more when I do my Sew April blouse video because I've got quite a few tops and blouses planned, so this is it's actually going to get remade, so I do like it. So let me just show you it here. So you might recognize this print. I had a different colorway in it, in a top that's, I think I got the green, but it's far too big. That's gone. So as I said, I did the medium. It's got the bias binding on the neck. At the back you've got the little placket just here, hopefully you can see that just there, and it tells you how to finish that off and press it. The first time I did it, I didn't feel like I got the angle where I wanted it to be, so I just stitched it again and pressed it down. I'm very happy. I do like that. That could be something you could incorporate into the sagebrush top. And I've just tied the ties because when I tie a bow, it doesn't look elegant, and actually I don't really, because it would catch on my hair, I just like them to sort of dangle. But also, if you wanted to, you could just put a little rouleau loop and a button on there. Because it goes over your head, you don't really need to unfasten it. There's only one size of neck on this, so you've got your front yoke comes across here, and as I say, you've got a drop sleeve that's here, so I didn't have to think about the narrow shoulder adjustment. That was fine. And then, as I say, this is the sleeve, so there's quite a nice bit of volume in the sleeve. I have got a picture that I took of that, and I'll put that in. And then it's just gathered. It's quite a simple make, but I think, depending on your fabric choices, I'll start putting some pictures in a little video in. Depending on the choices of fabric that you make, I think you could really elevate this, add trim to it. Like, I might take the pleat out. The pleat actually folds, is here, so your gathering is under there, so it folds over. Now, I'm a big busted girl, so I ended up going in and just putting a couple of little hand stitches in to just keep that down. But I think with the sagebrush, I've had the same thing where you feel like it sticks out. So that was very easy to do. And I think you could alter your pattern, remove that and put some trim on there. You could put trim around your sleeves. That trend is very in at the moment in stores and designers and all that malarkey. So I didn't do any adjustments to the length. I kept it to the length of the pattern. I just put a 1-inch hem in. It's absolutely perfect for me. So I am around a size 14 top and bottom, and I would say height, I'm about 5'6". Sleeves I often have to shorten, but they were absolutely fine even though I didn't put the pleats in. So I think you could play around with it. There are different options. I don't know if I'd do the wider sleeves. I do like the detail of the elastic, and I can push those up a little bit as well. And overall, I'm pleased I took the chance on it, because I was like, I was really on the fence. I took a day or two to go back to Tamlin and say, yeah, I'd like to make that one. And I'm pleased that I did, because I think I found something that could be a bit of a summer staple, actually. And you could make the dress, I don't think I'd belt it in. It's designed to be loose and floaty, so if you like something that's like that, you've also got pleat details. Where's the dress at? There. Hands covering up there. You've got some pleat details on there as well. So it's sort of, it's a little bit high-low hem. If you don't like that, you could level that off. And it's really pretty. I'm hoping some of the other ambassadors have made the dress, so we can see how that looks as well. So yeah, hopefully you've seen some photos, some footage. Let me know what you think. I think it'll be a bit Marmite. I think for this, it's either your thing or it isn't your thing. But I think for spring, summer, boho, trends that are in the shop, I think Tamlin and Andrew picked a really great pattern that's really bang on for those trends. I've got this fabric, which was also from Beyond the Pink Door, and it's a cotton, but it's a very lightweight cotton. And that's, I've shared that before. That's really nice. I think that would look absolutely gorgeous in it. I didn't want to dive into that one. I wanted to kind of test it out first, so I do think that it's going to get made in that. Do you think that'll look cute? I think it'll look really cute. I've actually got white jeans on today, and it would look really nice with those. I know, white jeans and a white t-shirt. What could go wrong? Okay, I'm going to sign off for that today. I've got 2 new pair of brand new to me. Well, one is a brand new pattern. The other's been out for a few months. and I've made both of those this week, so come back on Saturday and I'll be sharing those with you. And then my So April blouse video, which I've got a lot, my head is full of blouses and tops, I'm going to share that with you on Monday, so come back for then, and I'll see you very soon.